Hi there, Scorpio. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 21st through 27th of 2022. So I am a little later than usual at posting this, so thank you for your patience. I appreciate that you're joining me. And so we'll just see what our angels want us to know for this time, for this week, what we can look forward to, they want us to keep in mind as things, unfold around us, right? So the cards are a little bit slow coming out, so I'll just ask for, maybe there's a pre-message. Sometimes there is. They're saying, feel good. Feel good. Whatever it takes for you to feel good in any given moment. If that means thinking about other people, the ones who bring you joy. If that means going outside for some fresh air and a walk, some exercise. Whatever it is that helps you feel good. They're just talking about water. So whether it's swimming pool or a hot tub, something like that. Where I am right now in central Alberta in Canada, there you can't, like, you can go to a natural water source, but it's all frozen, right? So you don't really get the effect of the water itself. So, if you have access to natural flowing water that you can actually touch and observe and feel the movement of, then great. That's also what they're talking about. Okay, so the cards are all out now. Let's see what the angels have to say to us. Kick up your heels. Kick up your heels. Have a party. Have some celebration time. Get together with people and enjoy the time together, the comradeship, like a party. Have a party or join a party or something like that. Do something. Same thing, I guess. Something that makes you feel joyful. Right, so that's the same as the pre-message. It feels like it's been a low time, spiritually, emotionally, somehow, something like that. That many of you have been feeling just, that kind of stuff. Create reasons to celebrate. There still are lots of them. It feels like you've gotten overwhelmed a little bit by things that maybe don't feel so celebratory, but they want you, your angels, they want you to be reminded of everything that there is to celebrate. Okay, all right. Look for signs. Pay attention to signs. Here's the owl, talks about omens. And when you're noticing signs, when you're noticing maybe, more ravens than you usually see, or you're seeing feathers, or you're seeing numbers like in sequence, patterns, anything really that you're seeing that's in a pattern or that's in triplicate kind of, those kinds of things. Those are all signs. Those are all things that your angels will use to communicate with you. Pay attention to those things. So, sometimes it's like, owls are signs of omens, If you don't know, though, what the sign is, you can easily look that up. Just Google, whatever that is, feather meanings or whatever, right? Most of the time, what it means is that you are on the right track, that what you've recently been thinking about in terms of, whatever the subject is correct. You're on the right path, right? So that's generally how it goes. Some of them, of course, have deeper meanings and more standardized, I guess you could say, meanings. But even that, if your gut is telling you it means something, then that's correct. Okay. All right. Environmental awareness. So this, hang on a second, I'll just listen. they're saying, usually this card means, the environment, right? Like to pick up the garbage off the ground and, don't litter, and being aware of tree clear cutting, or, I don't even know, things, that we generally consider to be part of our environment. This is talking a little different. Like, it's more about being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what's actually going on around you. Open your eyes and see. That's more what they're talking about. It's like there are people who choose, I guess, on purpose not to know what's going on around them, and for Scorpios, they're saying that it's to your benefit to actually know what's going on. So whatever you're hearing, even if part of you is going, oh, for heaven's sakes, that's ridiculous, look into it a little deeper. What does your gut say about that? Right? So have that kind of awareness of what's happening around you, of how you want to be in comparison with how your surroundings are. That's what they're saying. Okay. All right. All right. And the cougar says, have confidence. Be bold and take charge. You are ultimately suited, absolutely suited, to taking charge of the situation, of what's going on. This feels like not only for your own personal self, it feels like being a leader, guiding a group, or could even be like a workshop of some kind or something like that. Be bold and take charge. It appears that there's nobody else who is as uniquely suited to this as what you are. Yeah. So have total confidence in what you know and how you know it and how you can do it, like accomplish it. The things that you know are things that other people don't yet know, but they're very drawn to, is how this feels. Okay, so have a lot of confidence in what you're doing and what you've learned, and even in your ability to communicate it. Yeah. So, that could be in terms of, hosting a workshop or something like that. It could just be in your ordinary everyday life, in your friend group, in your family. Be the leader. Okay. All right. And so here's this beautiful fairy showing you your inner power. Kind of goes along with this confidence, your inner power. A lot of your inner power is your intuitive knowing. And even though for many of you, you cannot scientifically prove what it is that you know, it is no less accurate for all that. Have confidence in what you know in your gut, because that is so accurate. You just can't discount that. And so it feels like this is part of that being the leader and communicating your wisdom to other people. And you don't have to be on a stage. You don't have to be, shouting from the rooftops. You just need to know it and be willing to speak it, right? And so, anybody who's not drawn to that, who doesn't resonate with that, will not be around for it. So it's all good, right? So anybody who is around is looking for the knowledge that you have. Okay, that's excellent. It's excellent. And yeah, get ready. So it feels like this is all part of the preparation for big changes in our world, I think. Like it feels like more than just self. The world itself is changing so quickly, so dramatically in some cases. Now, I'm in Canada. I'm sure that you've all heard what's going on here. And the changes are happening so quickly that we can hardly keep up with what's going on. But being prepared, being able to face any situation is important, and having confidence in what we know, that is ultra important. I mean, that's all part of this being prepared, right? Is knowing what the possibilities are and how you personally would handle them. Getting ready so that you understand what you might have to do. Okay, all right. So there you are, you're all prepared. Okay, and so here we have the daily guidance cards and one last bit of wisdom. Cleanse and detoxify. Drink the water. Drink the water instead of the whatever the other stuff, the Kool-Aid, right? Drink lots of water with sea salt in it or with a bit of chlorophyll in it, things like that. And try to avoid the processed food and the junk food. Try and eat well, you know, the kind of food that your body thanks you for. Try to do that. This also, now cleansing and detoxify, is also about, you know, the chemicals that are in your vicinity. So your cleaning products in your home, try to go natural, like use vinegar and essential oils, things like that. Deodorant, make your own. It's very simple. There's 3 ingredients. Okay, I'll say it out loud. Somebody just said, but what are the ingredients? Coconut oil. So I'm kind of going by memory here, but for a fairly large batch, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, cold pressed, virgin, you know, all the good stuff, right? And 2 tablespoons of natural baking soda, so aluminum free, and then arrowroot powder or cornstarch, 5, 6 tablespoons, something like that, until it's a nice consistency, right? If your coconut oil is very warm, like almost liquid, then you'll need more of the powders. But then once it cools off, it'll be really firm and too hard to use. So, you know, you'll have to just play with that a bit. You'll want your coconut oil fairly solid before you start mixing this. Anyway, okay, there's that. Other things like your laundry soap. Try to use natural products instead of all the chemical stuff. You know, your soaps and shampoos, get homemade stuff, right? There's people that make it. I'm sure you know somebody who makes it. All those kinds of things, that's all part of this cleansing and detoxifying. It's also part of being prepared. Because when you know how to make those things for yourself, then you're less dependent on other people. Okay, what a reading. Wow, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I will see you next week.